The CDCF3Keys define the need and notice the edges. It is critical that we promote integrity-driven approaches to utilization of resources, economical, social, and environmental responsibility toward reconciliation of our existential dilemmas and to social betterment. Now, on insurance, cleaning products, and cash crop farming. General insurance industry underwriting approach is based upon anticipated cause of sickness, death, or disaster, and the time frame in which the event may occur. That is, the least likelihood over the longest period of time to provide the most financial offset benefit at the lowest cost. Intrinsic with the computation of risk is the evolution of healthcare towards specialization and diversification, which has come to demand stringent approaches and ever-evolving lines of clarity to encourage the best outcomes and, thus, increasingly expansive market profitability. Unconventional cleaners. These are among the worst offenders to health and long-term well-being. The manufacturing and pervasive use of cleaning products in domestic, healthcare-related, example, alcohol and derivative-based, and commercial exposure to associated toxic chemicals in our environment, including those related with the corresponding industries presenting insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides, are important factors in the steadily increasing rates of infertility, childhood cancers, asthma, abnormalities in brain development, persistent social and behavioral disorders, mental illness, and other devastating disease. These contribute to the existential dilemmas and are complicit in fomenting expansion of the dynamics in the insurance and healthcare markets. On cash crop farming, the recurrent, traditional, austere, naturally symbiotic production of something good to eat forms a fundamental foil weighted toward healthcare to the expansion of these elements and their global effects. Consider, traditional cash crop farming is counteractive to technology-intensive conventional farming and its associated greenhouse effect. The non-profit Rodale Institute, the United Nations, and the Soil Association report that modern technology and chemical-intensive industrial farming strips the soil's natural ability to take carbon out of the atmosphere through photosynthesis and store it in the soil. That traditional cash crop farming is counteractive to technology-intensive conventional farming and its associated greenhouse effects and health ramifications. Rodale researchers say that by returning to small-scale cash crop, organic, natural life cycle farming, more than 40% of annual greenhouse gas emissions could be captured in the soil. Further, if the entire world's pasture and rangelands were managed using regenerative organic traditional agriculture like low or no tillage, cover crops, and crop rotation, it could keep photosynthesized carbon dioxide in the soil instead of returning it to the atmosphere. The Institute cites 75 studies from peer-reviewed journals, including its own 33-year farming systems trial, which directly compare traditional organic farming with conventional chemical technology-intensive farming. This practical approach, combined with conformity to best discriminating and hygienic practices, such as to simply wash hands and face before eating, properly wash fresh fruit and vegetables before ingesting, separating raw food types that also pose hazardous health threats in the process of preparation, would significantly temper the monolithic profile of the insurance, manufacturing, and healthcare industries and exponentially support community-based cultural diversity and self-support.